You're listening to Pato's Powerhouse.
Hey everybody, let me ask you something. Have you ever idolized somebody so much, a singer, an actor, a comedian, a podcaster? Somebody, you've idolized them so much that all you want to do is get the opportunity to meet this person and hang out with them. Just to find out, see if they're as cool as what they portray to be. A lot of the times I hear that meeting your idols, you will only be disappointed. And I can't help it because, as a podcaster here, I have a lot of people that I would love to meet. There's people that I admire that are in this business. Kevin Smith, Mark from Fat Man Beyond, Joe Rogan. That motherfucker, looks like he farts podcasts out. Every time I turn around, I got my Spreaker app notifying me that there's a new Joe Rogan episode. And it's not like the Powerhouse episodes. I don't know. My episodes are like 15 minutes long. Joe Rogan's are like 3 hours. I do not know where he finds time to do everything he does and still record so many podcasts. The world may never know. It's one of those mysteries, right? But anyway, before I get all sidetracked, like I said, he's one of those people that I'd love to meet. But my number one person that I would really, really love to meet, because you can probably tell that the Powerhouse, Pato's Powerhouse, is a little bit modeled after that. WTF, Mark Maron. Now, if you're not familiar with WTF, well, where the fuck have you been? Anyway, what the fuck's wrong with you? I'm just kidding. No pun intended. All I'm saying is, if I'm saying anything, WTF is one of the most successful podcast shows out there. He's had a lot of people. He's interviewed Cedric the Entertainer just recently. I think he had one of the Beatles, Paul McCartney. He's talked to some next level people that Pato probably will not get the opportunity anytime soon. But what I'm saying is, of course, I would love to meet him, because when I first found out about WTF, I was like, man, this is so cool. I like him. And, he's a very sarcastic motherfucker, so you can understand the appeal. I'm a very sarcastic motherfucker. I understand his humor. But my thing is, if I ever had the opportunity to meet him, let's say I've never met him, I'll be honest. But let's say that I went to a venue where he's performing and I had the opportunity to meet him and I introduced myself. Would I have that feeling of, would it go like, it's cool, oh wow, he's a cool person? Or would I be all disappointed like, oh man, he's a total dick? I've always pictured this in my mind. How would it go? If I happened to get the opportunity to meet Mark Maron, would it be like, hi, I'm Pato, and I'm a podcaster, and I admire you, sir. You're my idol. I've everything I do in my podcast, I kind of like modeled it after WTF. Would he be like, hey Pato, I'm so glad I could help a fellow podcaster. I am so glad that WTF and I have inspired you to be the best podcaster that you can be. And just encourage me. Would it be that kind? And we just click, hey, tell you what, why don't you hang out over here? He doesn't drink anymore, so obviously, cause that's one of the things, his stories. Like I said, he's a pretty awesome dude. So would we click and be like, hey, me and Mark Maron, having a conversation in a moment right there, if you will? Or would it be like, so you're basically stealing my fucking format, right? Why don't you think of your own shit, you little fuck? Get the fuck out of here. And then, I've always thought about that. Would it go like that to the point where I'm like, okay. And then next thing you know, I leave that venue going like, fuck that motherfucker. I don't know. They say it's not a good thing to meet your idols. I don't know, this brings back to mind a show called Night Court. And in that show, obviously it's about court at night. The judge, Harry, he idolized a singer, Mel Torme. And he finally meets his idol, and apparently his idol doesn't give two shits about him. And sometimes I'm afraid that what if when I finally meet Mark Maron, it's a Harry Mel Torme situation, where I'm like, I'm all happy to see him, and I'm like, "Hey, Mark," and he's like, "Oh fuck, it's Spato," and then he waves to whoever's nearby at the venue that I'm visiting him or trying to talk to him, and he's like, "Hey, see that guy over there? Yeah, he's an asshole. Make sure that you escort him out, and once he's out, you make sure that he's truly out. Lock the gates!
Lock the gates!
Only a true what the fucker will understand that reference."
You're listening to Pato's Powerhouse.